Like, let me see. Me trying to do this whole setting this camera up shit ain't really like my thing. Why do it look like that? What do that mean? Mirror my camera. I don't know why it look like a square like that. The camera rolling. All right, I think today, let me wait and see if somebody get on here. I think this morning I'm going to do air magic. Last night I did water magic and earth magic. Today let's do air magic. I'm going to do a quick video about air magic and fire. Let's do air and fire today. Okay? I should have went to the bathroom before I started this video. I got picked. So I'm gonna do the video on air magic and fire magic. Yesterday I did one on earth magic and water magic. I need a new vibrator. My vibrator broke for my head. I seen a sex store somewhere over here where we at. Where was we at? People going there buying my vibrator. They think I'm trying to use that vibrator for my Gucci. Just so y'all know, if y'all get a vibrator, it don't matter, male or female, a long, what's on the back? Something long like this, you can actually use it to massage your head if you get migraines a lot. You just put it on your temples. So occasionally y'all might just see me using my vibrator on a video, but it's not that kind of party. Do you have a toothpaste? Oh, okay, so that's not mine. Are we sharing this one? So you need this too? Mm-hmm. I got a small one. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Grounded and Gus. We are gonna do a what? There's ashes in there. Do you need me to clean something before I do my video? Okay, do your video. No, you're doing your fucking neurotic shit, and I can't focus like that. Neither can I. It's too much dirt around. It ain't dirt. It's instant ash. Don't call me dirty. Okay, so if you last year I did a video. Last year I did a video about air magic. We was in the we was driving across California coastline, and I was putting my hand outside the car, and I was able to feel the DNA strands of the people that lived in that particular area. I never got back to that topic with y'all because for me, I'm teaching myself all of this. I'm learning all of this. I'm going back into my codes to remember what I was and what I've done. So it's not really a space where I can go and ask somebody, is this true? You get a lot of people writing great books, fantasy books about stuff that they heard other people say. Everything me and my husband do is what we're actually actively doing. There's nothing that we're reading. There's nothing that we're watching on TV. This is all what we're doing actively. We told y'all how certain people can see who we are and what we are. I got it. certain people can see who we are and what we are. And because we are, as individuals, not able to see ourselves, and I mean all of us, we're not able to see ourselves in the light that the spirit has sent us here to be in. How do I break that down? Where am I going with that shit?
You can't see yourself.
You can't see yourself. It's that simple. But because us being out here on these streets, we can see who can see us and who can't see us. So we're making it our business to make sure that we are watching ourselves, watching the people that surround us, being careful about what we say and do in the public. Y'all probably think I say everything, but that's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. The stuff that I tell you is nothing compared to what we experience. We just trying to make sure that y'all have an understanding of your abilities, what you're able to do. My husband said to me, he said to me yesterday, he said, damn, your psychic ability is getting stronger and stronger. It's like I'm seeing shit in the future. It's somewhere between 3 days and a couple of hours when the turnaround happens. Me and my girlfriend was on the phone the other day, and I had sent her a text message because if I don't see a post, my door not closed. If I don't see a post on social media from people I care about, within a certain amount of time, I always check on them.
Yeah, that's what I use my social media for. I only use it for my family.
Hey, what's up?
Make sure they still good. That's about it.
I ain't seen you in a minute. How you been?
I don't really care about other people.
Wait, what the fuck is you talking about? You don't care about who?
I mean, the social media, like I don't really.
Oh yeah. So if we don't hear from people we care about, we always check on them. So I sent her a message, and she called me soon as I sent that shit through, and she said, "Oh my God, that's impossible." She said, "I was just thinking about you not just 5 hours ago." So she needed me, and I heard the signal, and I was able to reach out to her for her to. Huh?
Did you push the door out like that?
Yes, I did. Okay. I wanted to see my surroundings while I was asleep.
Just making sure it's you. One click. Let's see. All right.
Sorry about that.
One click down.
Oh my God! Every time I was on the video, you got all this shit going on. We was just getting our stuff together all this fucking time. Now you keep talking to me. You gonna make me forget my lesson. Fuck. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm glad you're doing good. Okay. Now I'm gonna try to remember what the hell I was talking about before he get with his neurotic shit. What the fuck was I talking about? You don't even remember because you don't care. You're not listening to me.
Fire magic.
That's not what I was just saying though.
What you're just saying is that back in when you first started this, you gave out some information about air magic, but you're doing this as you go along. You give out information as you go along. So now you've reached a point where you want to talk about fire magic and what you call it.
Anyway, air magic. If you speak, okay, let me try to make this make sense. Air magic, energy, airwaves. If you speak something out your mouth, you send it in the air, it's in the air. For an example, me and my husband was in a certain place and we was fighting, right? When we went back to this place, I could still hear the argument me and my husband had in that same spot when we drove past it. And I thought to myself, this is almost like that white comedian guy that said his Puerto Rican wife, she grabs the words in her hand and she hold them for later. I don't know if y'all can understand what I'm saying, but there's a comedian on Netflix, and he said when he argues with his Puerto Rican wife, she grabs his words. You. that, and she's grabbing her hands and she pulling them words in. And he said, "Oh, whatever." And he said, I wonder if she's grabbing the words to hold on to them so she can throw them back out later on in life. I was able to truly see what he meant, because when we drove back to this space where our energy was violent and negative, it was still there. That same energy was in that same spot in the air, and we hadn't been there for weeks. But I was still able to see the argument in the air, and I was able to hear the words being shot in the air. So I say all of this to say that the breath is air magic. The breath. Now you could take it in however you want, but that's why they say watch your mouth, because your words is spells. Your words is powerful. When you want to do an air magic spell, you don't need to have objects, because the air is everywhere. All you got to do is speak. But you got to be the one that choose the words. I know that I'm trying to get y'all away from the spell books and the YouTube channel with people doing spells with herbs and shit. I want y'all to truly go inside yourself so you can truly make alchemy. Spells is great. Spells are just assistants to medicine men and women. They are assistants. There are some things that we can put together to send to you for protection if we can't be there to protect you. It's all kinds of levels to this shit. There's all kinds of levels to this shit. But they say if you talk into your water becomes what it is that you're talking about. And then you drink it and you power you up. That's truth. If you get you some crystallized water, you make your own water from your own hands, and you talk to that water, you talk to it, and you drink it. I'm telling y'all, I made myself look the way I do. I was unhappy with the way the medicine from my lupus made me feel and look. So I started making my own shungite water with my own added crystals to what I wanted. And every day of my life, I would sing a song that I made myself. And I would sing this fucking song every day, and I would drink this water. And my actual goal was accomplished. I'm 139 pounds down. 139 pounds down. My fucking, is everything that I wanted happened when I did that. So again, that's air magic. It was just through the breath, through your breath. You can put it in the air where the wind is to take what you want where you need to go. You can put it in water so you can drink it to get internally alchemized. That's air magic. Putting your hands out, making your hands clean. You should always be clean on your hands and your feet. Now, I know people might say just because I was raised Muslim that that's just how we live our life, but it's a reason. There's a reason why your hands must be clean and your feet must be clean. It's a reason for that. So heed what I'm saying. Keep your hands clean. Wash your hands often. Constantly wash your hands. And then when they're clean, put them out in the air. If you're driving a car, I promise you, if your hands are clean and you're clear of mind, when you put your hand out the car, you can feel DNA. You can feel DNA in the air. You choose which DNA you want to attach yourself to or experience. Because I'm from the water, I attach myself to mermaid energy. So I can actually put my hand out in the air after washing my hands, and I can feel where there's somebody with a mermaid bloodline living. Now I want y'all to go to these other YouTubers and see if they teaching y'all the truth about this shit. They can't teach y'all something they don't know that they've never experienced. Now that's air magic. Fire magic is probably the easiest fucking magic on the planet. Because everybody got a motherfucking flame inside of them. So this one gonna be real short. The sun is flame. The sun. Ra is fire. Ra is the flame. You have fire every day of your life all around you. All you gotta do is fucking use it. You can light a match. You can light a candle. You can light a lighter. All you gotta do is fucking look in it and speak what you want. Magic will never fucking work at all if your intentions are not righteous. And that don't mean if you're trying to do save the world or some shit. If your intentions on doing destruction and cruel shit, if it's a righteous intent because of what you are, then it's gonna work. Y'all gotta understand that the yin and the yang is the most important thing that you need to understand in life. All things are true. You are bad and good. If all you do is good, you are not going to get to whatever gate you're trying to get to. If all you do is bad, you're not going to get to the fucking gate you're trying to get to. There has to be balance. You choose your level of good or bad. For me, I do bad shit just to keep me in balance so I can never, ever be manipulated. I can never be manipulated by any energy or entity because I'm already a dirty bitch. You can't entice me to go do some criminal shit or go do some shit to somebody because they piss me off. You can never entice me to do that to bring me to your side because I already do that. And I do it with pride. But on the other side of me, I lean more towards good. But I ain't no damn fool. And there is a movie called Doctor Strange, right, babe? That's Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, where the woman, she's like the master good teacher leader or whatever. She was pulling that dark energy in. And her subordinate, her number 2, was mad, like, oh my God, how you doing the dark energy? How you doing that? Because your mind is so small and you can't comprehend the truth of yin and yang. You think she's doing some evil shit. But trust what I'm saying. If creation created good, creation created bad. Do you think there was some special ops person on the side creating bad shit? Where did that come from? There's only one source. If the creator made a pit bull to kill a motherfucker by eating their throat, and then made a kitten that'll lick you in your face and make you happy, it's yin and yang. It's the same shit. You gotta have both. And if you can't understand that deeply, you'll never be a great musician. You'll never be an alchemist, ever. So that's my I'm gonna say that's my advice for fire magic, air magic, water magic, earth magic. What's up, News? You just gotta make sure that you using both sides of the realms. And just know yourself. You gotta know yourself. You gotta know what you're able to do, because I'm a person that is very addictive. I'm very addictive. Sans, I miss you, babe. Yeah, Sans and Noof is on here. Babe, you acting like you're going to work or something. You're fixing the back of the car. Nothing, babe. You so crazy. I can't hear you back there. I know. Yeah, the balance part. I really like that part on Doctor Strange when her number 2 was so mad that she was entering in the dark realm. I just thought it was so funny that he just really could not comprehend what she was trying to explain. So your mentees, your students, your subordinates, No matter how much you teach them, they still might not get it. And I'm saying this to y'all because I want y'all to know that if I am not your vibe, that is cool with me. Please go find your vibe somewhere. But whether I'm your vibe or not, the message that I'm giving you is 100% authentic. I promise you, you can feel DNA in the air. It's all about you. If you're close enough to your higher self, like what did she do? My higher self did something. What she do yesterday? My higher self did something. Damn, we will never be writing this shit down. When you was like, no, that's Fadia telling you. You said that's Fadia. What was happening? She stepped in and did something. So anyway, you gotta be it be so much shit. I swear to God, if we could afford some fucking hidden cameras in this car, you'll be able to see everything that's
Peace
happening.
and love, Noob. Yo, you know Noob is on here?
Yes, I just told you that.
I didn't hear you, babe. Peace and love, Noob. Hey, sis, yo. I saw your thing on what you call it on the Instagram thingy, and y'all was doing the jam in the park. That's super dope.
We so proud of you, Sam. You just be killing the game. What's up, Dwayne? Everybody here this morning. What's up, y'all? What's up? I've been just talking about different types of magic and how to use magic, and you don't have to go and buy this candle made from artesian people in the planet of Palladian or something.
Wait, hold on, listen. You African American. You can't even talk about magic.
Oh, listen, I got the camera on the other side. Somebody called me African American. I went the fuck off. She said, you could never know nothing about ayahuasca. You African American. I said, oh. I know this bitch did not insult me and call me no fucking African American.
Don't ever curse at
me. Don't you ever cuss at me like that. Call me African American. Bitch, I'm Aborigine and I do not accept your terms. I don't. You don't get to put me in a fucking African American box. Oh, we got off task. Okay, so we learned something else, and we've been gearing off. We've been gearing off from the supernatural, and we've been going into the money. The reason why I keep telling y'all we gotta get our money together is because what we need to do for our people is going to require money, funding. And I know y'all got YouTubers out there that don't believe in money, even though they go to work every day, 12 hours a day, and they're paying bills. I understand that. However, in the real world, back in the place where you pay for your motherfucking gas, not just last night, we need facilities to train. We need magic schools for these babies, so they're not being taught this trash that won't help them in life. And we need to teach our kids about the fucking money, so they won't be talking about money is bad. Currency is never bad. Currency make the world move. Oh, as far as tying them to a location, the words in the air is the air. The air is the air, baby. That's it. You speak one thing and it's out there. I'm telling y'all to make sure. This stupid phone. I'm telling y'all to make sure what you're speaking out there in the air, you making it work for you. Now, I told y'all, me and my husband was fighting and all hate was in the air. When I went back to that spot, I could hear it. I could see the argument. I could hear it. And I'm like, oh, that's energy.
So remember before when we went to California and we
run me over here. I got paid. Home Depot. You talk to them about paid.
And we was we saw one of the angels working, one of the entities working, doing what they got to do. But the energy that they was pouring out was the same energy that that the people basically was putting out, which was that negative energy. And it was doing its job. That entity is different, but the same. So like, yeah, the same way water is what? H2O. And then when you break it up, we call it air, but it's the same thing.
That's why I was.
It's hydrogen, water, and air, yeah. Oxygen, right? So even though it's literally the same thing, it's in a different form.
Right.
So magic is the same exact way.
You are speaking words into existence. That's the air. But if you speak those words into a being that's made of, yes, that's made of more than 70% water, that being is going to hold that resonance, right? That you spoke. So it goes from air into water. And then that being also can become solid. So you can crystallize those words or those spells or whatever you want to call them. You can crystallize them, and they will stay solid or in the solid realm. We do that very simply when we create something. We say, I'm gonna make, I don't know, a vehicle, a car, or whatever. I want to make a way of getting from one place to another. When we go in and go into the earth, find all of the rocks that are necessary to make this idea into a physical reality. When we do that, that's magic. I don't know. It's all the same. It's no difference. It's all the same. So what my wife is talking about is one realm of of magic, which is the air, and how, yeah, when we came back to that area, it was still infected. It was infected with that same energy that we had put out, but that's true everywhere. It's happening at all times. So as she said, you got to watch your mouth, because there's never a time where it's not interacting. There's never a time where magic is not active, because all of us are active. We are animated, and so it is animated because it's inside of us. I think she wanted to talk about fire. She wanted to talk about fire magic, but she started off with air. And I'm not sure why she wanted to go into fire first. But I could just tell you my take on it. The things that I notice about fire magic is we tend to put it only in like these categories where you see people doing the candle work and all that. Candle work is great. It's very good for focus. But I think that just the same way as we use the analogy of air and water, I think that physical fire is one form. But I think that fire actually goes deeper than that, and it goes into anything that is kinetic that continues to live. And I don't know how to say it any better than that. Noof probably would have the right words for it. But for example, we have a root chakra, which is colored red. But to me, that's fire. It's the same thing as that thing that burns naturally without any help. It's like a separate being all by itself. That's that energy to me is the same thing as fire energy. And I noticed that the interplay of that fire energy is interesting, because we use it the same way we use physical fire to light our homes, to cook our food, and to live. I think we use that same fire energy to live as well. We call it, we say it when people are like my wife. She has a lot of fiery energy. People that are magnetic. We say they have a fiery personality. People that you can't take your eyes off of. History records people like that as having it's almost like a fire to them that you can't put out. Marcus Garvey, you know what I mean? And then when it does go out, we all feel it. Like we all feel the loss. You know what I mean? Like, damn, like we in the room and one of the candles went out and you could tell how much darker it is. You know what I mean? Without them. So I feel like the fire energy, and those that use it, those who are fire energy users, have a really important role to play, because the same way, that fire can be used to heat the room, it can be used to burn it down, and the same way, I'm always on my wife about her words. those of us who have that fire energy, and that's what we come, that's what we find ourselves using it mostly. You have to be utterly careful of how you use that energy, how you warm, how you heat. You have to be careful because you don't want to be harmful with your energy, no matter who you are. You want to be in balance. You know what I mean? But it's the thing is, all of us have to know ourselves. If you know yourself and you know what energy you carry, then you know what you need to do. You know when it's time to speak and when it's time to be quiet. For those of us that have fire energy, when injustice is done, if you're silent, that's wrong. That's wrong. Because basically, it's cold in this bitch. And you saying, I can heat the room up, but I'm not. That's wrong. Throw that fire on there. You know what I mean? Light that shit up. You know, that's when you're supposed to use that energy. When there's an injustice, we need y'all. You know, fire people. It ain't. I don't want you to think of something that's bad. It's not at all. It's just like any other energy form.
They were too early for cheeseburgers.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to carry the conversation for you. We was talking about I was talking about, you know, just going back into fire energy and the multi-dimensional aspects of it.
Oh, my husband is really good about portals. Let's just say that. Oh, yesterday I was telling y'all about these damn insects. Oh my God. I accidentally called all of them. So guys, tell them about your life now.
It's disgusting.
It's not disgusting. You just don't understand them.
You wanted to talk about fire, right? Fire energy?
No, I did. I talked about
it. So I went into fire energy. I was just
everybody came on. I got all excited. I forgot what I was talking about.
I started with just a physical form, the same way we did with water, and then use the example of water, but use physical form of fire, and that's where I'm at right now. Just a lot can be learned through observation, and if you are a fire person, or water person or air person, whatever it is, once you figure out what your main root is, within the 4 houses, once you figure out what that is for yourself, study that physical form, because I'm gonna tell you, I used to play with fire. I'm not proud of it, but yeah, I was totally fascinated by fire. You know what I mean?
Totally fucking fascinated by fire. When I see shit burning up, when we was in that mountains and that mountain was on fire, as scared as I was fascinated at watching that mountain fucking burn. I don't know what it is, but fire turns me on. Fire turns me on more than sex, more than chocolate. But that's because I am fire, though. My Sagittarius sign is a fire energy. But so I use that fucking fire. When I'm in have a fireplace, when I'm not homeless and I have fireplaces in my shit, you know how I used to live. Anyway, I used to fucking do the magic. I can make the fire go from small to big.
Left to right.
Let me stop.
Anyway. So yes, the physical form of the thing, once you understand what you are, you can use the physical to help you understand the non-physical. The way it moves, it will speak to you and you'll understand it. Same thing with those who are of water and even those who are of the air, you know. Sands
do air magic all day. That's what she do when she dancing. That's why we so hard on her when we be saying, no, this is what we want her to do. We want you to do this, this, and this, because she is making magic all fucking day long. All day long. Her and her baby dancing together. I don't know if y'all watched that video I put up there, but she's never by herself. Her baby is always dancing. The babies have more power than us. They're closer to the spirit, the in between than we are.
Oh, so God, before I forget, another thing too, Sands, if you on here or if you see this when you get back, the dancing that you are doing and causing others to do, especially
everybody to do your spells with you,
especially in the park, I forgot to tell you this earlier, is countering that portal energy that's downtown, the gates of hell.
So what I wanted you to do, we was there.
Yes.
Was you and Gus. I wanted you and Gus to dance in front of the gates of hell while Letty did her work. We just didn't have enough time. But that will happen because I think the ritual I did at the gates of hell, it wasn't enough. It was just me. I mean, I did some work, but I can with all the stuff that's still happening in Philly with no taper and all. I feel like we need to do what the ancestors told me, and they told me that you and Gus have to dance in front of the statue while I'm doing my business. So when we get back home,
or now we could do this too, because time is not real. You just add layers on. So she did work on it. You can dance. I can dance. The time's not real. It's more or less the intention of the energy. You can change the area if you can get more people attuned in with you. You can change this goes to the physical. We were talking about making magic from air to water into fire and then earth, letting them all play together as they do.
right?
That's when you get to your alchemy level, and that's what we will be doing. We will be changing the air in Philadelphia in order to change the water, in order to change the fire, in order to change the earth. So that's what alchemy is when you going from one. I mean, it's one of the definitions. I say I won't try to, house the definition of alchemy, but
alchemy is only you creating what you want. That's right. What alchemy is.
When you want to create, you're going to involve those four, and in order to make something manifest, you need those four. It's a reason why McDonald's put a jingle in your head first before they can get you to eat the food, because that's the air. That's the first thing, and then once you repeat it, that's when it goes into the water. You are the water. You repeat it and resonate it through you. And then you go out there and burn it down to get that fucking dollar so you can put it in your fucking mouth and shit it out into the earth. So you know what I mean? Like it's magic. Magical.
I tried to give you all an example with the Walgreens. Walgreens is telling you to your face every day that we are doing spells. The medicine that you're taking from us, we made it. It's a spell. It's on their fucking logo. It's a conjure. What's that shit? The pot.
Yes, babe. It's a mortar and pestle.
The fucking the pot that the witches stir, nigga, is their logo. That's their logo.
It's the grinded thing, babe.
They grinded up motherfucking herbs, putting these spells together. The food you eat in your mouth is a spell every day. Every day. Y'all got to stop listening to the advertisers telling y'all what is magic and what is not magic. Just like y'all be so amazed at Marvel.
But that's you.
How the fuck can you be so amazed at that fake shit when you're actually the one?
If you think about it, even in the name, y'all, the word, take a time and listen to the language. It's Marvel. Marvel. Definition. Wow. That's what the definition is. When you look at something and it's wow. Now, Stan Lee said he was looking at two men
with locks in their head.
And the people. He was looking at two men and the people that these people were leading. He looked at the people. And then he started looking across all the things that they could do, the different types of people. With music, with art. And he said, wow, they are marvelous.
I want to marvel in there. Yo,
how can I bring this story to the people?
Speaking of Stan Lee,
how can I tell him with these men? It's like they're fucking they're not even men. It's like they're X-Men.
It's right in your face. I don't know what else to say. But speaking of Stan Lee, we was going over, I always go over everything. And my husband is a Stan Lee supporter. He told me that Stan Lee absolutely did tell us what we are. And I went back to the same thing. No, he did not. He did not put your face on it, so you cannot believe that you were the one. He put different faces on there, so you will always think it's outside of yourself. So how did he help us? Because that was his whole argument with me. I told y'all who y'all was. I told y'all. He said they made me put white people on those in that and my husband said no, he did put some black characters in there, right? And I'm like, okay, so you want me to save Stan Lee because he made you watch TV, right? But is Stan Lee any different than the people who watched while the people held our babies over the alligators? They weren't the ones that held our babies over the alligators, but they watched the alligators eat our babies.
I say it every time. If you look at the photos, early 19th, late 19th and early 20th century. On the video. Late 19th, early 20th century, 1910, 1912. You look at them photos of the lynchings, and you're going to see all kinds of different people there. Not the people who did the murdering, or even the people who did the burning. I'm talking about the onlookers. The onlookers are children, women, right? Teenagers, young folks, old women, old men, the onlookers. Martin told y'all the way for evil to win is for the good man to do nothing. Or what he didn't tell you is the man who does nothing is not a good man. He just is fucking evil.
Hey baby, we doing a live video on his phone. That's why he can't answer it. Watch this car, guys. What the fuck?
It's too
we're in Denver. Sorry, baby. Give my baby a kiss. All right, talk to you when we get back. She just needed a ride. Go ahead, babe. I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish your lesson.
No, that was it. We're not.
Oh, we talking about Stan Lee, right?
Right. So what my wife is saying is that
if you were a standard buyer,
right?
Yeah.
Right. There's no in this world when we talk about this magic that we all are involved in at the same time. There is no such thing as an onlooker. There's no such thing as a bystander. Everything that's done, there will always be at least two witnesses. Always. There is nothing that's done that nobody sees.
How about this? If you are a coward and you're scared to stand up when everybody's watching, what do you do after? Did you tell about the alligators? Did you go kill them behind the scenes when they was eating the baby? Like, I just want to know if it's just like a murderer begging you not to kill them once you come to them to kill them. I don't understand that theory. If you a bad motherfucker, then you should be a bad motherfucker in death and life. If you really was about that life telling us who we was, then you should have, once you got your notoriety, whatever that word is, and fame, you don't see it.